Major blow to unions in one of the biggest union states in the country. Protests at the state capitol in Michigan after the state legislature there passed right-to-work laws. The governor says he's going to sign it too, putting Michigan on track to become a right-to-work state. The union's absolutely furious. Listen to this.
Ho, ho! Right to work has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Right to work has got to go! Hey!
All right, you heard it before, you heard it again. Joining us now, Vernuccio of the Mackinac Center for Public Policy. He is in Michigan. Let me get things real straight here. If you have a right-to-work state, then membership in a union becomes voluntary. That's what it means, right?
Almost, Stuart. Actually, membership with a union is always voluntary. What right to work means is that workers have the option to pay a union or not and still keep their jobs.
Okay.
They can always resign their membership, but they're still stuck paying for something that they probably don't want. They may not want.
In Wisconsin, what really delivered a blow to the unions was that the state would no longer collect union dues. What does the legislation in Michigan say about state collection of union dues for example, municipal workers?
Okay. Well, for teachers, Michigan already has a law that prohibits dues checkoff, but that's just for teachers. What this would do, and it's unlike Wisconsin, is this applies to both the private sector and the government sector unions, and says that not only that the state is not going to do the dues checkoff, but that workers can actually choose whether or not they want to pay the union, period. In the soon-to-be 26 forced unionism or non-right-to-work states, a union can actually get a worker fired for not paying them.
Oh, okay. Now, why is Michigan doing this? I'm told that it's because neighboring Indiana became right-to-work and attracted a whole bunch of jobs, and Michigan's kind of jealous, so they want to fall in line. Is that the reasoning?
Right to work has been kicked around in Michigan for decades, but when Indiana went right to work, Michigan took a look at that and said, hey, listen, right to work states, they have lower unemployment, they have bigger population growth, they have bigger wage growth, and when you factor in cost of living, they have higher wages. We have to do something to compete because our neighbor right next door is going right to work and they're going to attract business. We want some of those businesses to stay here. So Indiana going right to work probably played a big part in lawmakers' decision to give workers the freedom to choose out here.
Now, are we dead certain that the governor will sign it in Michigan?
The governor has said he was going to sign it since the beginning of his administration. He said it wasn't on his agenda. Last week he said it was. Yesterday he had a press conference with the Senate Majority Leader and the Speaker of the House, and they all said they are behind right to work, they are pro-worker, and they are giving that freedom to the workers in this great state.
Is there anything that the unions can do about it? In Wisconsin they had a recall vote. Can they do anything similar in Michigan?
Yeah, you're probably going to see this drag out for the next 2 years. Once the law is signed and it's enacted, it'll probably be on Tuesday when that's going to happen. But for the next 2 years, the unions are going to try to get right to work on the ballot and is going to fight it there. So this issue is not going away, and we're going to be talking about it probably till November 2014.
I'm out of time, but look, at the end of the day, you think Michigan becomes a right-to-work state, yes or no?
Tuesday, Michigan is right to work. Workers going to have the freedom to choose.
Okay. All right, Vincent Vernuccio, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.